Hi and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, please understand this is an oracle reading. This is a general collective message, so it may not resonate exactly with you. There might be some energies that do, so please take what is belongs to you basically, as you hear in other readings. This is general. This is just an energy check. So I know that a lot of people are expecting some kind of big confrontation to happen soon. It's coming up, whether it be a conversation or some kind of information, some kind of reveal, some kind of a big reveal that's going to happen. And I think the energy is kind of speaking to that in this. Oh, wow. Okay. In this, sorry, some of the energy that I'm getting is very unexpected. I know that's one of the messages that I have. This energy is, you're waiting kind of like in limbo, or anticipation is a better word, for what is to be revealed to you. And that's kind of like what I feel like we're all this, there's so much going on right now. You've got to, sorry, the lighting goes wonky when I talk about certain things, if you notice. That's not me because I'm way over here. I'm just doing all these readings off my phone. So I'm not some magical gadgetal guru. I'm just me. And so I'm not doing anything special effects. I'm not the Wizard in Oz. So if you see some weird stuff happening with my phone lighting, I had a very blurry reading the other day. It's just the energies, the unseen energies that we can't see, that are being, I like to call them the gremlins that we don't see, that are messing with things and that they don't want to get out. They don't want people to know. So if you see things being messed with, if you see my readings are blurry, or the lights going in and out, or a lot of stuff is happening, there's a lot of energy that is trying to push. There's a push and pull going on that is very normal. Oh, that is interesting. We haven't gotten that card in a while. That's funny. Okay. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have number 18, treasured memories. 8 is about your abundance. It's very balanced. It's in a sign of the infinity. 1 is about innovation, a new beginning. And if you take 1 and 8, they combined to make a 9, which is all about the year that we're in, the year of the 9. 2025 breaks down to a 9. So about closing out cycles, possibly about having to do a type of elevation that is sacrificial and humanitarian. And some type of humanitarianism is involved in the elevation, like the sage in number 9, for this energy that has to do with treasured memory, something that's very nostalgic to you. And did we get, yeah, one of the cards that came up was childhood faith. So something about your past, something very specific that's very nostalgia, that's very a memory of yours that is precious to you, that we're dealing with. Maybe we're trying to hold on to the past. I don't know. We're going to find this out. So the number one element that we are dealing with, and the 4 elements, because I do not use tarot cards. If you're new to this channel, I use Oracle deck, the Mystical Moments Oracle deck, and I use a lot of index cards that I have created. So I use the elements as kind of like a remembrance or a vibration to help us guide us through, kind of like the way the tarot has the 4 suits, the 4 elemental suits. Water, something that is emotional, that is the main element that we are dealing with. And yeah, treasured memories, that makes sense. And the secondary is air, something that's logical. And the tool that you're going to be utilizing in your 7 chakras that will help you navigate through this energy that we're dealing with is the throat chakra. We've been getting this a lot. Speaking on something that's emotional. Well, it's a treasured memory, so it must be. But you're going to also do it in a logical way. Thoughts, thinking it through. You're thinking something through that's emotional to you. You're going in a new direction and something that's just like you're going away from something that's not been working so great for you, for sure. You're changing directions, for sure. And then the obstacle that we're all facing, the lesson that we're all learning through the 7 deadly sins is sloth. We haven't gotten this one. Sloth is idle hands are the devil's workshop. Sloth. Interesting. Taking a new direction. Okay. All right. The Chinese zodiac sign or signs, because sometimes I pull two. It's interesting, that are helping to complement this reading. Oh, those 2 jumped out on top when I was doing it. I swear to God. The rabbit and the dog. I know I just did a reading with the rabbit and the dog, but for some reason these 2 energies are completely different cards, so it's going to show up differently in a sense. So, but we got the rabbit and the dog. The dog is the 11th zodiac sign in the Chinese zodiac. You might be born in the year of the dog. You may not be. You might be dealing with energies that are, but they're just, it's an energetical reference point to that. So dogs are obviously very loyal. They're reliable, companionship, their self-dedication. The flip side of that is they're attention-seeking, possessive, judgmental, stubborn, narrow-minded. And with the rabbit, it's a lot of luck involved, longevity, peace, prosperity, and their negativity is they can be a pushover, pessimistic, avoid aggression, and don't like to take risks. And maybe that's where the sloth plays in. Being whatever this energy is playing off of the stubbornness and the narrow-mindedness of the dog and the pessimism and not liking to take risks and avoid aggression like a sloth would, being a pushover. Sloth energy, maybe, that's kind of trying to mess with you a little bit in whatever way that is, and we're gonna decipher that. And in numerology, the numerology energy that we are using or that is highlighting this reading, number 3, you might be a life path 3. You don't have to be. This is all about creative expression, communication, charming, social, and curious. Okay. Very, very interesting. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, this is a new direction, number 45, which also breaks down to a 9 when you add a 4 and a 5. 4 is very stable. 5 is all about movement and change and adventure and high energy. So it makes sense it's a 9. And we're in the year of the 9. So it looks like we're headed into a new direction at the beginning of this year. And music in the midst of desolation is an energy that you're finding harmony through this new direction. In spite of everything, you're finding your solace, you're finding your quiet peace in this lack of any kind of any kind of peace that you could find, you're finding it in heading it into this new direction. It's giving you your giving you what you're lacking in the situation. And License to Complain and Lorelei or Laura Lee, depending on how you pronounce this, number 31. We got the number 3, creative, so we know we've got that number 3 in numerology, and the 1 is all about new beginnings and really powerful energy, developing new ideas and things like that. But this also breaks down to a 4, which is very stable energy. And I equate this card very similarly to the Emperor and who controls things. And Lorelei is about a mermaid. She's a siren type energy that is able to either guide ships in. As you can see, she's got this, she's got their anchor, basically. She's holding their anchor. And she has the power to either bring the ship in peacefully or completely destroy it. So, License to Complain, we're going to see where this fits in, but this is alongside the new direction, and you're finding your peace or your harmony in the midst of desolation. So maybe either this Lorelei energy was making you feel stagnant like this ship. Maybe you were feeling like a sloth, or they wanted to put you in the sloth like energy. And because they wanted to give you a license to complain or make you feel like you had a license to complain, or maybe they have a license to complain, but they wanted to create some kind of drama with you that would put you in this stagnant energy that they would be able to hold you at. But you're changing up directions and you're still in a very harmonious vibration as far as like everything what you've been put through. And this is very emotional. Obviously, we're dealing with a water element. So something that's very emotional to you that you're going to speak on logically, or maybe you're thinking about it. Haunting meditation. Yeah, so you are very in tune with things around you. You may meditate. You may just have an ability to ground yourself, or something that's very like meditation that is calling to you, is going to help you listen better, or is effectively helping you listen. In this listening number 6, which is harmonious, the number 6 is all about healing energy. Number 6 life path numbers are typically healers, and they're very all about balance and creating perfection in their world so that their energy is very balanced so that they can heal with their energy. 6 is all about harmony. So she's grounded in this. She's able to listen and open up and tap into the things around her. A haunting meditation, and maybe a haunting meditation, or you're going to be stimulated or find out something that's going to trigger you, to remind you, something you're going to remember, that's going to create this type of energy in your life, or you just are really great at doing that in like this meditation style. And then you could take haunting as revisiting over and over. We're not necessarily talking about ghosts, but maybe a reoccurrence of meditation is helping you get grounded, or it will. And I got North Node. No, I lied. South Node. I got South Node in reverse. So you're definitely not in your South Node energy at this time. Mermaid's Love, which I equate this card to be similar to the Lover's card in the tarot deck. And it is a 2 and a 4, which breaks down to a 6. Again, some more harmony here. A 2 is very balanced and all about partnership, and a 4 is all about stability. And these two really represent that. So, not being in the opposite of your south node energy, you're more in your north node. So you're not in this, and maybe whatever energy is or whoever is in their south node, you're stable. This is about finding your balance, and he's a bird, so this is air energy, and she's the water energy, and they balance out each other. He grounds her, well, she's a little bit up in the air, but the two work well together. So you are either finding a relationship that's very yin and yang, and it balances you out, whether that be professional, platonic, or romantic, or with yourself. And you guys are not fixated on the past in your past south node energy. You're about living in the now, at least, and maybe focusing on the forwardness of that. But you're definitely not stuck in your south node. You're not stuck in the past. You're not hung up about the past. Even though this is about treasured memories, you're not living in it, but you're just understanding it that for what it is, or you're pulling off of something. We're going to get a little bit more into that, but it's not because you're stuck in the past, but it's somehow it's inspiring you, this nostalgia. And then we got the heart has a hidden treasure. Number 12, all is connected. And this is a 1 and a 2, which breaks down to a 3. And we did get the number 3 in the numerology. This is about creativity, creative expression, could be about communication. And this has to do with the water element that we're talking about, something that's very emotional to you. This is a card that speaks a lot about transformation. And there is like a netting here, if you can see, like almost like a spider. I can't tell if it's a spider web or like a lines that are all like, it looks like a spider web because it's like drawing these leaves together. And that's why it's saying all is connected. So the heart is a hidden treasure. You're able to flow with your compassion, and you're very heart centered. Even though this is something that has to do with the throat chakra, maybe you're not strong in the throat chakra and you need to transmute that strength to your throat to speak up on something, or speak more about maybe what you need or what you desire in this, even though you're very balanced. But the heart is a hidden treasure. So it's definitely the focal point in this and all that is connected. Transformative energy, connecting the dots in something. This is interesting. And pursuing something, you're on a pursuit to some type of happiness about your home life. And this is Home in the Sky, number 41, which breaks down to a 5, which is change. But the 4 is in this for stability, and 1 is innovative or new beginnings. So your pursuit is, you love adventure and you love starting things up, the beginnings of things and adventures, but you're able to find stability and wherever you bounce around, wherever you go. And that's your pursuit, is to keep your love of adventure, but finding a home in like that, wherever it is, whether it's in work or literally moving around or traveling around a lot or bouncing around a lot, however you do that. Maybe you do a lot of creative hobbies where you're always wanting to start up a new thing. You're very visual. Maybe you're building something. Maybe you design furniture. Maybe you are an architect and you're designing, you love starting new projects. And wherever that pursuit is, where you feel like your home is where your heart is in that craft, in that because this is all about up in the air. This is air energy. So it's the water element is a love of something that you are creatively, logically, because creativity, doing, pursuing, and having to speak that into existence. And maybe this is where you're hidden. The heart has hidden treasures, and your passion is your heart. So it's within you, and everything is all connected. So your passions and everything is all connected, and you need to transform. Use your transformative. Sorry about that. Use your transformative capabilities to transition, to transform as you're going from changing from thing to thing, because you love to be challenged in this, using your heart, but also using your heart, but speaking through your throat chakra to make that a reality. Using your childhood faith with this number 27 gardener. So you have a lot of pure faith in whatever it is that you're building. You can see this dress is like a building, and she's growing. This is very similar to the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. She's holding on to this very dearly, that she has put a lot of work into this. She's grown this beautiful garden. She's holding on to it, and she looks very stable in this. So you have a lot of childhood faith in this way that you go about planting the seeds in your life. You have a lot of faith about how you actively go about doing it, and it works for you. And interestingly enough, the card that follows this is the Garden of Love. And we got the gardener. So, and we've got also, before, prior to that, the heart has a hidden treasure. And we're talking a lot about love here. And the water element is the center element that we're talking about. And the Garden of Love, and we got the flower spirit, number 10, which also breaks down to a 1, which is a new way of doing things in a very joyful, this is a very social energy. So we did get 3 as a creative expression. So Garden of Love, you're doing something. Okay. So with the element of your challenges, the sloth, don't let idle hands become the devil's workshop. In whatever you're doing, whatever thing you're going to move on, or whatever new direction that you're going to be taking, that maybe in the past you felt stagnant, or you have a fear of remaining tied to something, or not being able to go in the direction that you want to go, because maybe that was a past experience of yours, or is a fear of yours, or both. You're very balanced in this, whatever relationship it is with yourself, or it is with another person, platonic or romantic, or this is business or family or community. You're very balanced in this, and also very grounded. And you treasure your memories of something that's very inspiring to you, that gives you a lot of sunshine. It lifts you up, and it causes you to bloom. I mean, it just gives you so much life in what this is. This Garden of Love, this like, you need to act on some type of emotional situation that you're in. Don't take your time on this. You can't, don't feel like, either you feel like this is going to happen, and so it's causing you to be in this, and the fearfulness of this, or you don't recognize or see that maybe you've been in this and you need to break free of the sloth, of not not doing anything. Not you could be in the like pessimistic, don't like to take risks, or someone's trying to make you think that's you and this is the other person, trying to make you think you're in that chokehold, that you're not in your south node is reversed, so you're not stuck in the past, even though it inspires you. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you got the journey after that. So you're ready to go on this journey. This card is very much like the Fool, so you really are ready to take the leap of faith in that, because you're going to bloom from this. And I don't see, other than you could be fearful of, I don't see anybody else who's really coming in with, except to this Lorelei energy there, but that could represent you or a situation or someone else. Try to do things in a more, I feel like you have this knowing and this childhood faith, and maybe that's why we have this treasured memories, because you know you have it in you. You've always had it in you. And that's how you're able to build and work as the gardener, because you rely on your own capabilities that you know are so solid. And whatever way that you do that, and it always leads you to this new beginning and evolution, and you are super creative, and with your expression, you either, the throat chakra must be either you're developing this or you have a great way of communication style, and you're very curious, and people could find you very charming as well in what you do, but you're very you're very happy. You're happening, maybe. I don't know. You're very happy in what it is, the work that you're doing, or in your field, or where you're at, or in this change of direction that you're going to make. You will find that happiness, even though you might feel like you're holding back. Don't let the stagnancy or the idle hands slow you down to where you get sidetracked in any kind of sloth energy, because you love to be wherever, and you're all about challenges and finding new ways and showing up in a different place and showing up here and showing up there, whether it is you'd like to travel or start new projects. Your pursuit in this, your heart, your love of it is here for that. And everything, you're able to move in a way that's all connected, and your heart is always there throughout everything that you do, and your patterns and what you do in your life. So don't second guess yourself, and don't let someone else do that to you either. And I hope that this was a helpful reading. Pretty straightforward. Nothing that was anything that was that was confusing. Don't let, I almost said communication or community. Don't let your community confuse you, or don't let some type of communication confuse you. Something like that. I don't know. And that word just got a little out of my hand. Anyway, if you like this reading and you find it helpful and you stumbled upon this channel, please like it and subscribe. Share if you want to. This is not a business. This is just my passion, and I love to share it with others, and whatever messages that I get, I'm here to do that. That's what I'm here to do. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and wherever you are and whatever time of day this finds you. Bye.